The Fixo is a player in futsal that is commonly associated with the defense. However, it is a position that also requires a player to have great offensive skills. To put into perspective, the Fixo, when in defense, has the same role as a football center back, while when in offense, would have the same role as an attacking mid. Of course, there are different characteristics for players who can play in this position, therefore, it will be normal to see different types of Fixo play. In this video, we will discuss this important position, its main characteristics and roles, and also at the end of the video, I'll give you 4 tips to improve your game as a Fixo. What's up guys, Coach Thiago here. Welcome to the Futsal Training Academy. If it is your first time here, this channel is dedicated to futsal and to share important information about the games with you all. If you have any questions about any of the videos or a specific topic that we have not yet covered, please reach out about it. And also, your support matters and is important to us. So please, when you get a chance, subscribe to our channel, either by clicking here on the bottom, the subscribe red button on the screen, or by scrolling down to the subscribe button below. Without any further ado, let's talk about the Fixo. The actual position is called Fixo, which means fixed in English. It has nothing to do with a player being fixed in front of the goalkeeper. Maybe when the game was created back in the 1930s, due to the lower level of movements and rotations, yes, it was related to the position. But with the evolution of the sport and the constant need for exchange of positions, the Fixo is as important as any other player to attack and to score goals. Generally, the Fixo is located in the farthest position on the court and is the player responsible to stop attacking attempts from the opposition. They are players with great defensive skills and nowadays are also very important in creating offensive goal scoring opportunities. Defensively, the Fixo needs to be a player with excellent tackling skills, great covering awareness, and an effective 1v1 defense. These characteristics need to be active regardless if teams are on an individual or zonal defense. Normally, they are the farthest back on the court, only in front of the goalie, thus they have a clear and broader vision of the game. Therefore, they need to not only be mindful of their positions, but also their teammates' positions. In case teammates get dribbled, they need to have that quick reaction and covering awareness to step up and to avoid any potential attacking. It is also very important to communicate with teammates because, like I said, they are the farthest player on the back, they should be instructing and guiding other players. And this leadership skills is one of the reasons the Fixo is commonly the captain of a futsal team. Offensively, like I said in the beginning of this video, the Fixo is like an attacking midfielder in football. So the number 10 role. They are commonly players who can read very well the position of teammates and opponents and find those key passes breaking the defense. That's why, just like in the defense, this player needs to have a good vision to see mistake on the opposition and to create attacking opportunities. Along with good passing skills, the Fixo should also have great finishing skills. There are also players that, when needed, have to score goals for the team, especially when the opponent's defense is solid and hard to penetrate with passes. So, it will be normal to see at times the Fixo taking people on and scoring goals. Players' positions on the court could change depending on if the team is attacking or defending. Example, while growing up on some of the teams that I used to play, we would have a specific Fixo when we were defending, like a player who was better than me tackling and intercepting passes, and I would be the ala when defending. But when we had possession and we were attacking, we would change. I would be the Fixo or the number 10 because I was able to create opportunities and to take people on, like you can see in the video here. So, offensively, the Fixo needs to have the ability to read games, find key passes, dribble players, and most important, to score goals. Now, I'm gonna give you 4 tips that I believe are important for a Fixo to excel in this position. The first tip that a Fixo needs to know is that a pass going out is better than a pass intercepted. What I mean is that as the Fixo is the last player, a weak pass can be intercepted by the opposition and create a numerical disadvantage on a counterattack. So it is better for you to make a harder and firm pass that possibly cannot be reached by your teammate and goes out of bounds than trying to make a perfect pass to your teammate's foot and have it intercepted by the opposition. This error is commonly referred to as a favorable mistake. Even though it is a mistake, as the pass went out of bounds, the mistake didn't create a possible counterattack and gave time for the team to regroup and defend versus a mistake in which a player tries to make the perfect timed pass and has it taken by the opposition. The second tip for Fixo to understand is that playing ugly is sometimes playing safe. As the main objective of a Fixo is to avoid goals from the opposition, sometimes when in situations that are challenging with no passing options, the safest alternative is just to get rid of the ball, either by kicking it out of the field or by scooping it forward, then potentially losing the ball in front of the goal. If you kick it out, you give time for your teammates to come back and regroup in the defense. And if you scoop the ball forward, you are taking it out of the defensive zone and putting the pressure on the opposite side of the court. Either way, you will safely take away the pressure from your team and from yourself. The third tip for Fixo is when defending to position yourself sideways of the pivot instead of completely behind or completely in front. When you are completely behind a player, it is easier for that player to receive the ball and to use you as a reference, and harder for you to intercept the play as you have to completely go around the player. The other way around, when you are positioned in front of the defender completely in front, it's harder to see that player's movement, and without a good communication with the goalie who helps you guide on where to go, it will be even harder. So sometimes a good option is to position yourself to the side of the player you are guarding. This way you are in a good position to intercept a pass and able to see where the player is moving. The fourth and last tip is more of an advice. One thing that I have noticed on great Fixos is that they have the ability to disarm and immediately arm. What does it mean? It means that it could be very beneficial to have a player who can intercept plays or tackle the ball, and before doing that, already being aware of the opposition and teammates. This is all for this video. I hope this was useful to you, and hopefully you can apply these tips on your club to improve your team's level. If you are interested in knowing more about other futsal positions, check out our other videos about the alas and about the pivot. And before we close it, please, if you can, remember to subscribe to our channel. Help us provide more valuable content to you all, and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new content here. And if you have any questions, like I mentioned before, or a topic you want us to discuss or explain, please comment below or direct message us.